All right. Okay. So there's only one reason why I'm really doing this. I had to pick a subject. I'm trying to do less blogs. So anyway, I'm doing one today just to practice looking at the camera because I've been having it up on the closet the last several workouts, and I've noticed a lot in my videos or when I am talking to all of you guys, I happen to turn and look at the computer, which is over here. So I look at the computer screen because I've been used to the camera being over there, whereas it's right here now. So I need to train myself to look up and when I'm talking instead of turn around and look at the computer so you're seeing the side of me instead of me looking at you talking to you. So that's the real reason why I'm doing this today. Okay? But here's the thing about grieving is there's 5 stages of grieving. You have your denial, you have your acceptance, you have your bargaining, depression, and then you have your anger. And everybody has it, okay? I'm not really wanting to focus on the 5 stages of grief. We all go through them. We all, anybody who's been there knows what it is. The first, it's the denial. You're in shock. The person, are they really gone? You can't, you're in disbelief. Then you have the bargaining. If only I could have taken their place, or if you had sent them, let's say it was like a shock kind of a thing, and they got in a car wreck and died, if I hadn't sent them to the grocery store for the milk, they would still be here. I mean, there's just like all those things that you go through. You get depressed because you're sad that they're not around anymore. You're missing having them with you. Anger is just you're mad because you feel like, why them? Why now? Why did this happen? I miss them. I want them back. And then you're angry because you know that they're gone and there's nothing that you can do about it. Um, so it's just a lot of things. It also affects your health wise. Either you get a stronger appetite, less of an appetite. You people have had heart attacks, strokes, things like that because they didn't handle the grieving process very well. It can do a lot of things emotionally to you and to your body. Um, but the thing is remember one thing: everybody's different personalities. Everyone's different. My story is this: my dad died when I was 19. Okay, my thing was I wanted to eat all junk food in sight. Opposite side is my brother lost 10 pounds in 2 weeks because he couldn't eat anything hardly. We had to force feed him. So everyone grieves different. Um, I had something ingrained in me before I came home because I was in St. Louis when my dad passed away. A girl that was like my best friend at the time is the one who brought me home because we went on a girls' trip together for the weekend. And anyways, I got to meet her parents and we stayed at her parents' house. And so for me, here's what my grieving process was like. I was in shock the whole way home. I wanted to know what happened. How did my dad die? What happened to him? I knew there was things, and I didn't know until I got home what actually happened. And for me, I didn't break down that much. I broke down when I first walked in the door and the lighting was different. And my brother was the first one to greet me at the door. When I seen they were sleeping in the living room, I knew something was different. It was very wrong. I knew it was because my dad passed away. So I immediately dropped my stuff and started bawling my eyes out. Okay. Um, After that, I didn't. Reason was is I was told that somebody has to be the family's rock. Somebody has to be strong, and you are the one that's going to do it. You're going to be strong for your family. That's what her mother kept telling me before I came home. She gave me a rock, told me to keep it, take it home with me, and said, "This is what you are. You're the rock." So that's the mindset I've always had in my grieving process. From then on, I always feel like I have to be the rock. So I don't cry that much. I go hide and cry, but I don't cry around them. Um, when my mother-in-law passed away, when she took her last breath, yes, I cried. Me and Britt both were bawling our eyes out and freaking out a little bit because we were watching her go. And it's probably one of the most horrible, hard experiences that you'll ever have in your life if you ever have to deal with it. You watch them and you watch their blood pressure go down on the monitors. You watch, and all of a sudden it shows up in red. There's no breath, and it's just like, there's nothing you can do, and you feel so helpless because you want to grab them. You want to give them something to help them breathe better. You want to give them something to make their heart rate go back. You want to and you're watching because absolutely nothing you can do or the nurses or doctors can do can bring them back. You know what's happening, and it's really hard. but everyone grieves different. Um, so don't ever judge anybody because of the fact that it depends on how their personality and how they are, whether they're going to cry a lot, whether they're going to be angry and get frustrated at every little thing that they see, for a while. You just have to have a lot of patience with them, and best thing to do is to be there for them. You know, a lot of times someone who's grieving wants to know you're there. They want to know somebody is there to talk to them if they need somebody. Um, Also, don't ever be, a lot of people don't know what to say to somebody after they lost somebody. Don't be afraid to say, I'm really sorry that you lost your loved one. Um, do it, because what happens a lot of times when people are grieving, even though they have that understanding deep down inside that some people don't know how to act or how to say or what to say to you, they feel like, well, maybe they don't really care. That's not the case. Even though deep down they know that, you probably don't know how to say it. It's as simple as just saying, I'm sorry for your loss, or I know you're missing your mother, your father, and I'm sorry, something, and then drop it. And then you've said something to them, let them know that you care, but you're not overdoing it, and you're not, sitting there fumbling with words. You don't have to make a big speech. Just let them know you care. A lot of times, get their mind off of it. Sometimes it's just like, sometimes it's all they can think about when they're going through the grieving process, and all they can think about is their loved one and maybe their last few days with them. And sometimes they need somebody to make them laugh and make them talk to them about a whole total different subject that wouldn't even bring up that person. Um, and it makes them feel better because they know, at least for that half an hour or that hour that they spent with you, that for a whole time you've been making them smile, making them laugh, and making them get their mind off of what they're dealing with and going through. And then they go back out and things get quiet, and then boom, they're back on it again. So sometimes it's just finding ways to help them get their mind off of things helps a grieving person a lot. Everybody sometimes just needs alone time. Some people want to be around people. Some just crawl in a shell and they don't want to talk to anybody. So respect it. If they act like they want to be around people, be there, be around them, help them, talk to them, sit with them, do whatever you can. If you can tell they normally sit by themselves, but they're over here instead, well, it's probably because they actually really want to be surrounded by people, so they don't think about it so much. But if they're off to themselves and normally aren't, let them be. Let them know you're there, but let them be. Um, just really be respectful of anybody's grieving process, and never ever question it. You know, like me, I love my mother-in-law to pieces. I miss her every day. I'm going to miss her for the rest of my life. I miss my dad every day. Okay. I mean, there's like a song by the Phantom of the Opera where she's sitting in the grave talking to her dad, wishing, saying that how she wishes he was here again, wish the past would die. Can you please, at the very end of the song, she says, I wish somebody could help me just say goodbye. Um, I probably lose it about every single time I hear that song, because it makes me think about how much I miss my dad. And see, I'm starting to cry now. So, the rest of your life, after you lose somebody you love, there's going to be those moments, or there's going to be songs, there's going to be things that you think about that it's just going to trigger it. And all of a sudden, you're going to see them and be like, what is wrong with them? They're probably because it might be something's made them sad. And a lot of times, if they recently lost someone, they're thinking about them. And it's not bad. I mean, it's good to have those thoughts. It's good to have those memories. It's one thing nobody can take away from someone who's grieving. They have them right here in their heart for the rest of their lives. Their memories, their thoughts, always with them. My dad is with me every day because I think about him every single day. Every single day. I see little things that I do, and I'm like, that's exactly the way my dad would have said it. And it makes me smile because, if my dad was alive now, he'd probably be really proud of me because I'm doing this for that. So, it's just like, they're always going to be with you. And being that I'm a witness, me believe in the resurrection hope, there's one thing I cannot wait for is I cannot wait to wrap my arms around him again. And the same with my mother-in-law. I'm going to give them both the biggest hug that they've ever had. And it's just going to be the best thing that has ever happened to me. You guys have a great day. And hopefully I did good with this and I looked at the camera the whole time. That's what I'm trying to do.